Hey guys, welcome in. What's good? It's time for Truth Talks, real conversations about real stuff that real people are dealing with, going through, confronting, running from, you name it. That's what we're here to talk about. So, today's October 1st, which means it's the beginning of the fourth quarter. So, we really want to have a reality based conversation about where you are, where you're going, where you're not, where you fell short for the first 9 months. Um, and see if we can get to the bottom of some things. And then I have a special offer for you guys. I kind of alluded to it yesterday, but for those of you who don't know, the Denver Broncos are playing today. Boop, boop. So that's why I'm in a football mindset because my Broncos are about to take the field and we're about to whoop on the Kansas City Chiefs tonight. Thursday night football. They got a beast of a brand new little young buck quarterback, but it ain't gonna stop us from taking the field. So that's the conversation I want to have. So welcome in to Truth Talks. My name is Marci Batiste. I am the Ultimate Power Coach. I'm your Ultimate Power Coach, America's #1 reality-based success and recovery trainer. My job is to disrupt your toxic thoughts and your self-sabotaging behaviors, help you take ownership for your life, relationships, and business, and start creating that custom-fitted life that you say you want, but you might not really necessarily be willing to put in the work for. So let's talk about it being the fourth quarter. What's up, Gillette? What's up, Gregory? Oh my, Gregory, man, don't get kicked off the live, Gregory. Talking about go KC. Come on now, you know what it is. It's Bronco Nation in here. If you're gonna be hanging out on Mars, this is Bronco Nation country, baby. So, yeah, as y'all can tell, I love talking trash about football. So I'm super excited. My girl Gillette is on here. She's a Steelers fan. So I just love the competition of the game. And this is a great lead-in for today's. Hey Rochelle, for today's conversation. It's fourth quarter. You're going to take a field, you're going to take your ass to the locker room. That's really what it amounts to. That's really what it amounts to. And we don't look at it like that when we're looking at our lives, our relationships, and our businesses. We think, oh, it's October. Nah, boo-boo, it's fourth quarter. And if this was a football game, everything is on the line. It doesn't matter what you did the first 3 quarters. What matters is what happens in the fourth quarter. So all of the success, all the failures, the fears, the flaws, the ups, all of that, you leave that in the past. We leave it in the past. See, y'all on here are talking mess about this football stuff. You got to leave it in the past. It's the fourth quarter. You're going to take yourself and get on the field, get in the game, get your head in the game, get your strategy in the game, or you're going to take your butt to the locker room, cry over spilled milk because the first 3 quarters might have sucked. It's up to you. I don't get to make that call. But what I can tell you is that the psychology of a winner says it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over until the clock runs out. What do they say in the theater? It ain't over till the fat lady sings. I haven't heard no fat lady singing today. So, which means you have to, if you haven't done anything else all year, let's say, hypothetically speaking, because I know all of y'all are winners, so y'all not in this boat. Maybe you are. So let's just say, for our sake of argument, that you started out the beginning of the year and you had this list of goals, right? You had these things that you wanted to get done. You had these tasks that you wanted to accomplish, and life happened. Life happened. The dog ran away. That happened to me one time, by the way. I let the dog go. I'm just gonna say I let the dog go and I went and did what I had to do. True story. We'll circle back to that another day. It's not the time for that. But the point is, you have to stop making excuses. It's the fourth quarter. So it doesn't matter what happened. Life will always happen while you're making other plans. That's a guarantee. That is a guarantee. The best laid plans will have you sitting here looking like, what in the entire hell just happened? This isn't how I saw this going. This isn't how I thought this was going to work out. But guess what? All that means is you need a new strategy. And I want you guys to think about, because I'm in a football mindset right now, I want you to think about the game of football. Whoever your favorite team is, it should be the Broncos, but if it's not, I'm going to still, let's hypothetically speaking, your team is as good as my team. And our teams are playing against each other in a football game. I saw Gregory's on here, Kansas City Chiefs fan. We're in a football game. And we finished the third quarter. And maybe my team had a bunch of fumbles, couple touchdowns. Your team had a bunch of penalties, couple touchdowns. The score is tied up. We're even. We're even. Everything that took place prior doesn't matter. So when the coach comes into the huddle, is the conversation about what took place previously? Or is that conversation in that huddle about what's about to take place for the next 15 minutes? What's going to take place for this next quarter? And that's the conversation as entrepreneurs, as winners, that we have to have. We have to get so laser focused that we stop worrying and focusing on what happened the first 3 quarters and realize, you know what? I just need to buckle down because I need a strategy for the fourth quarter. I got to get my head in the game because I don't want to go to the locker room when the clock runs out and have not met my goals. I don't want to go to the locker room when the clock runs out and have to tell my coach, my mentor, that I dropped the ball. The fumble can't be on me, you see. So if the fumble's not going to be on me, that means I got to get clear about what is my strategy. How am I going to approach this fourth quarter? And that is why I shared with you guys the other day, yesterday I think, I was talking about the environment. And sometimes it's not what you're doing, it's where you're doing it, and you got to change the environment. Well, sometimes it's just as simple as shifting your mindset from past to future. Because you see, you're living in the present. You can't change the past, but you can do what you can do to redirect the future. So as we enter into the fourth quarter, now's not the time to be thinking about the first 3 quarters. That's over. It's done. You guys have heard me say hundreds of times, I may have done the things you say I've done, but I am not who you say I am. That's my mindset. That it doesn't matter what happened the first 3 quarters. All that matters is what's about to happen when I take the field. And the only alternative to taking the field is to either A, sit your ass on the bench or go to the locker room. Those are your 3 choices. Where do you want to be? At the end of this year, where do you want to find yourself? Do you want to find yourself sitting on a bench? Do you want to find yourself exiled, lonely, and sad, and making excuses in the locker room? Or do you want to walk off the field and know, you know what? Win, lose, draw, tie. I played my ass off. I went in there. I had a strategy. I executed. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys about goals and about objectives. You can set the biggest goal in the world. You can only come and maybe achieve half of what you want to accomplish. Just half. Let's just say you only reach half of what you hope to accomplish. You still did 50% more than you would have done if you didn't sit down and create a strategy, develop a plan, and set the goals. I saw Coach D. Matthews just jumped on here, right? So if you guys don't know Coach D, so I'm working with Coach D doing some fitness reorganization. So I told y'all, you got to have a strategy, you got to have a plan. So I met with Coach D today. We mapped out some things that I need to do and some things that I need to work on. I was a little resistant to a couple of his suggestions. I'm still resistant to that same suggestion. He knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, so the point of this is, guys, that no matter what, I know for me, for my weight management, for me to feel good about being my best, I've seen me at my best physical self. And I loved how I looked at my best physical self. And I know when I look in the mirror now, I'm not at my best physical self. So it doesn't matter what you tell me. It doesn't matter what the first 3 quarters look like. It doesn't matter how I looked a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The fact of the matter is I'm entering the fourth quarter of 2018 and I am not happy with my personal best self and how I look. So what do I do about it? Sit on the bench? Take my ass in the locker room, cry about it? No. I got me a coach and I said, look, I need some accountability. I need some help. I need a strategy. I need some discipline. Not because I don't know what to do, but because I haven't been doing it. And the things that I have been doing, I haven't gotten the results that I want to get. So if I keep doing the same dumb stuff that I've been doing, getting less than the results that I desire, then it just makes me look even more stupid. And now I'm more frustrated with myself because I know that there was another option out there, different what's possible. I had the option to go and talk to a trainer. I talked to a coach. I opted to go get a new fitness membership at a new gym that offers different equipment, that has better hours, has some other flexibilities that I like. I'm going into it with the strategy. You won't catch me in the locker room crying. You're going to catch me on December 31st talking about, okay, now whether I made it or not, I executed my strategy. I got a plan. When I walked into the fourth quarter of this year, I didn't say, you know what, Marci, you tricked off the whole first 3 quarters of this year. Give up. Quit. Wait till next year. Start then. No. I was like, no, girl, you got to get your shit together and you got to start today. Fourth quarter starts now. Get on the field. And I took action. And that's what this is all about, you guys. And so I want to share with you, because y'all see, I'm geeked about this stuff. I'm passionate about this fourth quarter stuff and the reflection that has to take place and the regrouping that has to take place. And so I was able to secure an opportunity to offer you guys an amazing coaching opportunity that is 2 calls. I'm not talking about let's drag a bunch of stuff out. No, I'm talking about let's get in, let's get on the phone, let's get down to business. And the coolest part about it is it's not just with me. It's with one of my coaches, one of my mentors, Dr. Will. So I don't know if you guys know him, if you follow him, I don't know. If you don't, check him out. Dr. Will Moreland, Dr. Will Speaks. He's absolutely amazing. D. Matthews, my fitness coach. So I surround myself, you guys, with coaches. I surround myself with opportunities to get it right. Even when I fall short, I still have a strategy. I still have a plan. If I'm not executing, I ask for extra help. And that's what I have the opportunity to offer to you guys today. So $97, it's 2 calls. You get me. You get a coaching with me. You get coaching with Dr. Will. 2 calls, 4 hours. We will walk you through developing your fourth quarter strategy. It's going to be October 13th and October 20th. I'll post a link. I'll share a post later on this evening about the program with you. So far, it's only gone out to an exclusive group of individuals. We're about to bust that open, but only 15 people can get in on the program. So it's called Genius Power Reset. It's going to be with myself, Dr. Will Moreland. 2 calls, 2 hours apiece. So in 4 hours, I promise you, you will be able to walk away with the tools and the strategies that you need to get your ass in the game, get on the field, and focus on what you need to focus on for the fourth quarter. I promise you that. I promise you. Strategies, accountability, tips, and support. That's what it's all about, you guys. You can't expect to recover all on your own. You did what you did for the first 3 quarters. If your results aren't where they needed, where you wanted them to be, don't try and do it on your own for the fourth quarter. Get the help. It's available. $97, 2 coaches, 4 hours, 2 phone calls. You ain't even got to get in your car. You don't even have to put clothes on. You can do this in your pajamas. So if you don't take advantage of this and you're sitting there and you're one of the people that's inboxing me talking about, hey, I want your advice on this. No, you don't want my advice because I'm giving you what you need and what you can take advantage. And I was able to make it at a price that is so completely affordable. You guys have no idea how much he charges. And so for him to be gracious enough to participate in this with me and partner with me on this is an amazing opportunity. I'm super stoked to be able to offer it. It's called Genius Power Reset. It's October. Hey, Gillette. Yeah, Gillette already signed up. We got a couple people have already taken advantage of it. $97. Coaching 2 hours with me, 2 hours with Dr. Will. And we will give you the tools that you need to get your head and your ass in the game and play out the fourth quarter. Don't focus on what didn't happen the first 3 quarters. Ain't nothing you could do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter who came, who went. The dog ate the cat. The dog ran away. The fish jumped out of the tank. You come home and your fish is dead. That happened too. True story. Another video. Point is, doesn't matter what happens. It's the fourth quarter. You're either going to be in the game, on the bench, or have your ass in the locker room crying in your Cheerios. It's up to you. For $97, though, you can have the strategies, the tools, the support, and the accountability that you need to get your head in the game and crush the fourth quarter. So that's it for me today, guys. Have a great evening. For those of you who are going to catch my Broncos on TV tonight, beating on the Chiefs, cheer for me, okay? All right. That's it for me for tonight, guys. Thanks for living life on Mars, being part of the Ultimate Power team. I love you. I appreciate you. And don't forget to check out Genius Power Reset. I will be adding a link for you to click on. Have a great night.